Mm, that's better.
So the program has been on for some time, and a question arose: are we making progress or are we not? Are we having an impact or not? Is there anything we can point to in terms of the Ibani language and culture that have been impacted? So this study was commissioned so that we can go around into the community to have a feel of how people yes, perceive and see what is going on, so that if there are feedback that can help to probably do things better, then things can be restructured. So that is in summary the reason why we are here. So since we came in, we have moved around a bit, go to the public places, interacted, but we also recognize that there are key people that we need to hear from, and that is why we're here, sir. Thank you very much. So, to make it easier, I might just throw in some questions. With that, that can now help you to respond. Yes, sir. So, one of the things we're looking at is what can be considered to be the current state of affairs as it concerns Ibani language and culture. Where are we now? Because what is likely to happen is that maybe in another 1 year or so, we will continue from where we stop now to check what may have happened within this next 1 year or thereabouts, or So that's why we said let us find out what is on ground now. So that from there, somebody can now do a calculated assessment of progress as with time. So the first thing we're looking at is the current state of affairs that it concerns Ibani language and culture.
Well, thank you very much. It seems that it's more or less a project
Yes.
that you people are embarking upon. People have made investment in this Ibani or what is it called? The station.
Yes.
For the benefit of, and I think those who conceptualized it and brought it to fruition meant well, in that a lot of information can be taken down to the grassroots.
Yes.
Unfortunately, our language is heading towards extinct. That is part of the problem, most of our culture. In fact, as a result of the industrialization, we're having serious acculturation.
Mm-hmm.
Our culture is being diluted so badly. Well, language, everything is dynamic. Our language is dynamic, so it is moving from one phase to the other.
Mm-hmm.
Not for the better, as far as I'm concerned,
Mm-hmm.
because of all these influences. If you go out to Finima now, apart from people of my age and below, maybe 10 years, okay, I would say, people of 20 years below, you find it difficult for them to be speaking about it, only very few.
Mm-hmm.
Because a lot of our population had so influenced the indigenous people. Because I could remember in 2016, I chaired, though I went late, I was to chair a traditional marriage.
Okay.
When I went to chair a traditional marriage, I went late because of I had an election to run, we had a run in 2016 there.
Okay.
So before they started, I met a scene where the girl is either one of them, they are Christians, one is from Deeper Life and the other one is from this other church that moved from Deeper Life.
Okay, choose it.
Mountain of fire. Mountain of fire.
Yeah.
So it is assumed that it's a Christian marriage.
Yes.
Well, the family did all what they are going to do in order to accommodate everything. Fine. Then they say, bring out the girl. When they said they should bring out the girl, that was where I met them. There was confusion. There was trouble. Some people say, no, they cannot cover the girl. There is fetish. So when I got, I said, no. What is fetish about it? Why did Jacob marry 2 wives? He didn't marry 2 wives intentionally.
No.
It's just circumstances.
Yes.
Because there are things that were done in a secret way.
Yes.
That he was not able to identify who is his wife. And decided to suffer for another 7 years in order to get his free wife. So what is demonic about it? That was how we resolved the issue. You get me? I had other incident when my late uncle, who I tag as my father, he mentored me in life. By radicalism, he encouraged me because when I don't tell him lie, but whatever I do, I must tell him. So he encouraged me. So if I fight, he will come support me. Say, because I find you trouble, yes. Okay, as we fight good, next time, no agree. Fight back. When he died, as the head of a family unit, he's to be dressed in dawn. He attends deeper life too. They say, no, they are going to take the casket, they are going to take his dressing. Which dressing? I want to know. As the first son, he has children, he has biological children. They are grown up but not up to it, they are not strong. But as far as I'm concerned, today I am their father. So the onus of buying the casket, the dress, I decided that I'm going to do it. Yes, that was after my house for assembly. In fact, it was with me in Asaban who came down for my house for assembly elections. Then they said, no, they are going to buy calico. This you buy, put the dress and just finish. I said, no. I insisted and I stood my ground. I said, look, what do you do? Come from mortuary, follow me. I will be in charge of the course. You follow me, we'll enter boat, will follow me until the burial. Don't put 1 or 2 pastors around, whether we will do anything extraordinary. That is the extent. I'm bringing this story, that old story, that I'm bringing it to buttress the fact that as a result of acculturation,
yes,
our culture, our language, everything has been bastardized, totally bastardized. And we all know our language and our culture. Why have we not developed properly around here? If you go to the Yorubas, they read and write. If you go to the Asian countries, they carry out research with their languages. They carry out research with their languages. If you go to the Yoruba particularly, they read and write with their languages. They write now. But our own is, growing up, we are taught A, B, B, D, A, E, whatever, you know. That's how you grow up. And it is that with that vowels and alphabets that the language, the local things are made. But modernity has thrown it away. And we've gone back. It will be difficult for us to go back to that era again. But there could be a conscious attempt to revive. There have been attempts, like one of the gentlemen, the part of our decision is the Bani language. I've had the opportunity of demonstrating on the 25th in Bani, so many years back, 2003 or thereabout, that our language is our culture. So emphasis should be based. So we are happy with, is it the Bani Hour or the Bani FM, the part of the language, so that they mix it with Pidgin English, they mix it up and all the rest of them. Because an average person here knows how to speak Pidgin English. They understand Pidgin English and they understand. So with that thing, with that consciousness, there are children that are born here, even my children in my house. Some they hear, but they cannot even speak. I tell my late first son, he died at 31. I meant him to be coming home. Any holiday, even midterm break, he comes home. And if he's coming home, If he goes to my father was old. My father died at 91. My mother died at about 86 or thereabout. He will not get the luxury of speaking anything apart from Ibani to my parents. So he will, for him to go and greet my father, he will be prepared. So as he's going, he knows that he will ask him some questions. He may not get all, but that consciousness is there.
Yes.
I have an aunt. She's married to an Mbise man. They were all born outside Finima. But those children speak undiluted Ibani because of their mother. I have a young man too. He's schooled abroad, but his son is speaking Ibani today. So there must be some consciousness. Most of us don't have the time. And like my elder sister, all her children, she's married to a heart. All her children, Allah and Co, they speak Ibani fluently. Why? Because the mother, so that's where most of them say mother tongue. The mother is at home.
Yeah.
She's the first teacher. She's everything first. So it is the mother's consciousness. I have a 3-year-old daughter. She's speaking Efik or Akwa Ibom more than the Ibani where she was born here and where she's growing. Why? Because the environment is infested. My wife is from Efik. So when it's infested with that thing, so she picks those things faster.
Yeah.
So there must be, so that is the crisis. We have a crisis.
Okay.
We have a crisis, and I think the Ibani Hour or the Ibani FM should put in more effort. They've been trying, I listen to it at any opportunity.
Okay.
Because they've merged both traditional interviews and modern music. I can see some people in their radio. But another problem that we have now here that is creating another problem is this development. It's like another thing. So people are preferred to be resemble Z-World and all the rest of them than listen to any other thing. If say that when would they use transistor radio as a means of information,
yes,
they will be forced to. Like me, I don't have radio. I don't know what is radio. In fact, I make sure that I didn't subscribe to my wife the other day. I didn't know that I pinned something that she cannot subscribe because when all of them will. So my online news said that I will hear, I don't want to hear. So now all of us don't migrate to phone. You want to go to, you can listen to any news or whatever you want, or any information from Facebook. You will get any information you want to get. So it's also not helping matters. If we have the radio, few people will listen to radio. I only listen to radio if I'm in the car.
Yeah.
But do you have even time?
Exactly.
To even listen to the radio? Few persons will go to the music, and when they bring music come out, in our time, you appreciate music because it speaks the language of love.
Yes.
It makes a lot of meaning. Then now, finish. So, but when you listen and it speaks to your soul, but today no. So when those things are not there, they want to tune to where those music are. So nobody's appreciating what God had endowed in people again.
Yes.
I don't know whether I've attempted it.
Yes. Yes, thank you very much, sir. You have pointed out about the crisis situation as regards the language
and where we are today.
And where we are. And you mentioned that apart from people in your age bracket and maybe a few
10 years
lower, that the younger generation, the language and the culture is gradually, is in fact rapidly disappearing among the younger generation. So, but I want to find out, let's come to the older generation now. Those people you mentioned that they are the ones that speak. When you gather, do you converse in the Ibani language?
People of our age, people of the old generation, most of the time they gather, they speak. And I said that particularly if it is made, you have to speak your language.
Okay.
But you find out that People from 30, 40, they are in the meeting. They are not comfortable we are speaking about the culture. But the older generation is in fact at the point they will say, why are you speaking this English every time? English, make you speak language more.
Yeah. Okay. So you have touched a bit on the role of radio. You have also mentioned that other media sources are competing with radio. Hence, it's not even receiving the attention that it deserves. So the way, and you mentioned that Ibani is trying but may need to do more. So in your assessment, what are the more now in quote that you think can be done?
They need to be aggressive.
Okay.
Very aggressive in their approach, knowing well that it is not easy to get into that market.
Yeah.
Into that market. Blend it with other modern things which they are doing. Encourage people to go and look for adverts.
Okay.
The adverts will attract some people into it. Because if I place an advert, I want to listen to it. I want to listen to the advert. So in between, you can be bringing in your program.
Okay. So, in terms of the sponsors now and the community, where Ibani FM is located and all of that, are there maybe some advice you may have for an energy that has been sponsoring and the community leadership in the area of cultural preservation?
I think where Ibani FM is located is the consulate.
Mm-hmm.
The essence of the consulate is to bring back our history. Okay. And that place, they try to reminiscent, try to bring back what they used to call consulate. That was Abakobi, was the thing there. Okay. So LNG, they tried. At least the name is there. If you see the picture, it cannot be the same.
Yes.
But these are wooden fabrications and constructions, and it's very nice. So in terms of it, I think the leadership, in collaboration with NLNG, are consciously making effort for the preservation of our history. And that is part of it. Our culture, like I could say, a lot of our culturation, 90% of the play that we, because sometimes what normally happens growing up, you can go and copy play from another place and come. In the neighboring riverine area, we will play all the. But today, they are doing more of raffia play that is really alien. And the raffia plays are multiplying. My boy, very one of the children, they are on holidays now. As they come as old as they are to do SS1 now. They don't go form with people who look at people, they don't form raffia play already on their own. They wrote to me, Daddy, come and be our patron. I've joined this. How can kids? They just came on holidays. They've made friends. They don't form that. So that is a problem.
Yeah.
So there must be a conscious attempt by the leaders of the community to look into it. Recently, this fungal, Hart has been trying to display it pictorially, what it meant. And I think it brought consciousness to a lot of people. What is it all about? Fungo is the rainy season. It's just the season. And the fishermen in different fishing ports normally don't go out because of the turbulent nature of the river. If they go, there might be accident, boat will capsize, one problem or the other. So they took it as a resting period. So what do? They sit, sing, and drink. They now said, okay, since we are not doing anything in the fishing port, everybody will now be heading towards their various homes or villages. What are we going to do? Let us answer drum. So they now celebrate with the DC. So I try to replicate what it is. People coming in, they are coming from different buris, there is the fishing port, to come home. Their wives are welcoming them, because that is a period they will have a lot of activities. You go back with your family, or like the other people that will be celebrating Christmas and New Year, which is alien to us. But this one brings about everybody. You answer your name, the drum will beat on a particular day. Everybody must pay and use something to answer your name. When you drop the money, the next one they will now plan. When are we going to play? And how do they plan? Our forefathers are close to nature. They will check at the tide. They will check at the type of breeze. They will check when there will be a break. And it is with the tide and break that they will determine it. This water will cut so time. It will get up. It's going to be big water. It's going to be small water. When this big water comes at such a time, it will cut. When it cuts, the feather will do this, the breeze will fall, then we will feel play. Because our plays are artistic, and they will not want the wrapper to get spoiled.
Mm-hmm.
Growing up, they will check, because like today, to dress, I can have George Rapper that can dress 10 masquerades for our Ebe, what they call Ebe, I can. But in those days, you go from house to house to beg. One. So if they want to know the person will play masquerade, they'll say, oh, this is not my rapper for your waist too. But if you talk about their big fight, you get me. So, go play, go spoil the person rapper. You'll be very careful. So growing up to coming up, the strong masquerades, whether they hold knife and everyone will play rough and everything. Now the boy people they carry, they do their own. Or you get in that when it's spoiled, you go no say that your thing will spoil. So that is just it. They have to have stride. Because a lot of people are conscious. A lot of them who don't know what the fungo stands for, what the play stands for. All they know they are coming to play. These are ways that we know by being that our culture can be preserved. There are some cultures or comfort that we are brought in. It's accepted. But not this continuous multiplication of raffia plays. And they use it for cultism. They take and do juju and all the rest of them. Those when they do magic, they do for those things. They go know them, they play. It is not multiplied. But rivalry, competition, cultism had actually infested those things today.
Okay. Wow, thank you so much. So I don't know if any of my people may want to also throw in a question so that we can see if there are other areas I missed out. Okay. I really the history behind the efforts of preserving cultural practices, preserving cultural landmarks, and where do you see us going from here with all the crises facing the Ibani language and culture? And like you pointed out, the pressure from because of the let's say the workforce around, so there's a lot of acculturation going on. So going forward, what do you see ahead in terms of preservation, in terms of strengthening the culture, in terms of the language and all that?
I know that with the road, Bonny is opening up.
Yes.
It has its own advantages and disadvantages. One of the disadvantages is security. Another disadvantage will be invaded. But that will also bring in a lot of development.
Yes.
A lot of our people can't come home because they don't have access. a lot of people will be afraid to fly this thing. But now, I have seen some vulnerable. One guy I met, I encouraged him to come. He had come to Bonny. I encouraged him to pick up a job from one of the federal agencies, and he has been moved to Bonny. I think in Port Harcourt or Bonny now. Then he was eventually came to Bonny. Because of these issues, there are people, there are parents that I know that when I was in Abuja, they've not been to Bonny. Some who follow their friends to Bonny. Their parents, for one reason or the other, fear or whatever, make sure they don't come home. But they know this where they came from. So with this road, a lot of people can be sneaking into Bonny and going out. Some of them, they will be there in Abuja, they just get married, do everything. They don't have anything to do with Bonny.
Wow. And
I'm sure with the opening up and all the rest, there's some people, but there must be a conscious attempt in educating our people that some of these our culture to be preserved are not fetish.
Yes.
There is a serious issue with regards to, because like wedding is not our culture.
Yes.
And the Bible explicitly stated that pay owe no man if you don't want to make sure. So some friends have said that, have you paid the right price? So there is need for us to have such consciousness, such push, that not all culture, our culture is our way of life. Our language is our culture. Not all cultures are fetish. I dey drink KII, I dey drink beer. Wetin be libation? Some people dey pour to me, I dey pour. I fit carry the drink, talk to the drinker.
Yeah.
So people, a lot of our Christian brothers misinterpret the Bible. And that is one of the areas our culture is eroding. A lot of our people misinterpret. Like the one I said, Deeper Life and Mountain of Fire. Then they cover clothes. They know it's fetish.
Not fetish.
That means they said, in fact, they'll say either you carry drink, go, or one other thing. So we are bringing in Igbo culture and Yoruba culture into Ibani land. And there are people that will take it. I've seen where some marriages, if they are a title citizen, I make sure I say it. I chaired a marriage on the 25th of July. Yeah, 25th of July. Things were not done properly, and I called them to order. We are coming for traditional marriage. We have transfer and this thing. No? It's traditional marriage. Go and change. Or you pay me fine. But there are people who will say, go and change. No, I won't attend to it. And if we tell students are around, which in most cases we are always around, we insist. So, one, carelessness, as a result of parents, there are things I don't do when my father. In fact, there's one I have not done. What is it? I don't shake hands with presidents. I don't shake hands with governors. I've been in National Assembly. I've met with ministers. I've eaten with governors. What is it? But I don't pardon people. I used to play masquerade, now I don't play again. Nothing anybody, as far as this Bonny Kingdom, nothing anybody will tell me that as a man growing up at different stages in ones I have not done. Nothing. I never go any of the shrines. I don't go because of my background too. My mother's family purely 100% Christian. If I know go, they follow dance. If one go down, go hide, go dance. The other participant one is already moved with my father. When I was in my mother's family, they will not do this. That is the orientation. But when you go inside there, nothing. So what for don't go inside smoke? This is nothing. So now why wouldn't they play? Though there are people that are really fetish to home, no doubt about that. But most of these places have nothing. Nothing. So what is it that is wrong with our culture? we must have to identify. It evolves. It's dynamic. If we say today we no go do this one like this, we no go do it. There are communities in this Bonny Kingdom, even in Ogogo. If you know they go home, even in most of the riverine area, they no carry their body go now. You know they sweep grass, you know they do anything. They will not allow you. Who will be cleaning it? Like so now, like in our home, every 30th or thereabout, everybody you go to the
Square.
go to the graveyard. Everybody go cut. Those where they bring things, they go bring, eat, drink, they will bring all to the square, share, dance. They made it that there's going to be now mining, na community day. Everybody come, dance, play, do anything what they want to do. So they are now building consciousness to bring people back to where they should be. So most of these are, if you go, growing up, a man that is not married cannot just come into the community and sleep.
Yes.
I know it is done in Ababa Bay. It is done in some other places. So when a man is married, you are from outside and you get married to us here in this community. When they don't do ceremony, they will get men and you carry drink, go meet the Asawa for where they will be there. Go give them drink. They will not take you as one of them. See if they are doing anything to participate. And if, like we from Finima in particular, if people, as a small boy, can't live with us, they will take you as their brother. And if anything is happening to you, now the man that will go speak, they will not say my brother, they will fight for you. Everybody knows us for that. That maybe anything is happening to anybody, they will begin fight for you. So but that affinity is lost. So there should be more affinity. Our culture that they feel is fetish can be removed. Our culture that can be removed. And the good part that suits us can be taken. But the Christian world is actually having a negative effect on our tradition and culture. No be drum when they take up people when they want to do this. When they go let's say drum don't sound big. If house they born in those days. Now drum they go now. Everybody go gather. Everybody. Then they go find you to where born house. These are ways we live, how we're knitted as a family. But today, something can be happening to it. As I'm coming, my son, I'll call him to what do you go drink? Yeah, they drink kaka, anybody drink kaka. Everybody drink hot. Nobody.
Definitely drink.
When I talk, make them go back. I know as we carry them, coming down the compound, I'm a strong man before. I'm a strong man, so. Star boy!